I just have to say that I felt like going into a process a number of years ago with God.
Yep.
I felt a capacity to go much further.
Yep.
And a lot of disappointment and
yeah. Well,
feelings.
your big issue is self-responsibility, Josh. Remember, I've talked to you about that. You want somebody else.
I know. I look at all the role models and try to be like them, pretty much, just to avoid taking responsibility for my own choices.
Yeah. You also want other people, and particularly women, to make it all easy for you, right? You don't want to take full self-responsibility for all your emotions. You want somebody to share them with you. You want a daddy or a mummy. Yeah. And that is...
That's what I've seen God as. Like, initially, I thought...
Yeah, but it's God. An addiction. It's not a... See, I see God as my daddy and mummy, but not in the way that God is going to take responsibility for all my life. I realise that I'm a self-responsibility being.
I look back to when I first came across Divine Truth.
Yep.
And I sort of viewed God as someone who would actually care for me physically and things like that. And that's the big addiction that creates this disappointing feeling when I'm realising that, no, it's not like that.
No, God's trying to teach you how to become a self-responsible adult, which means as a self-responsible adult, you have the power to create everything you need yourself.
Yeah, and I strongly believe I can't do that with a relationship.
Exactly.
I have to do it God's way.
That's why you have the addiction of wanting other people to share in the process with you all the time, to other people to approve what you do and things like that.
Yeah.
Yep. Make sense? So that interferes with your relationship with God. So God's saying, Josh, I want you to be a self-responsible adult. You want me to be responsible for you. And God's going, no, I don't want to be responsible for you. I want to teach you the happiness and joy that comes from you being responsible for yourself. And you're going, but no. Responsible for myself means that nobody loves me and nobody cares about me. You've got a linkage between somebody being responsible for you and them loving you. Do you understand? You believe that when somebody takes responsibility for you, it means they loved you. It doesn't mean that, but you believe it does. And that's what you want. You want your definition of love satisfied.
Yeah.
Yeah. And God's not going to satisfy it because God's definition of love's higher. God's definition of love is, no, people who love are actually self-responsible beings who actuate through their own self-free will, and they live in harmony with love all the time. They don't wait for other people to share with them, to do things for them, or anything like that. They are fully self-responsible beings. That's what a person who loves is like. All right? And you're going, no. You've got basically an argument with God, right? You're going, no, it's not like it is. How it is that if you really loved me, you'd take responsibility for my life. So you and God are in an argument.
Yep.
Yep.
Agreed.
Who's winning the argument? Doesn't feel like you are at the moment, I gather. No. So, and this is what I find for the majority of you. Majority of you are in this argument regarding the definition of your own concept of love. Do you follow? You're basically in this fight with God going, no, my definition of love is better than yours. And God's going, no, sorry, that's not true. And you're going, no, it is true. It is true. My definition of love is better than yours. I have a higher viewpoint of love than you do. You're a cruel being, actually. That's right. That's what you're doing, right? And God's going, hang on a sec, what did you just say? yeah, you're a cruel being. You're a cruel being because my definition of love is the highest in the universe. My definition of love is so good that I can tell God what to do. And that's how most of you feel, actually. Now, do you think you're going to be receiving God's definition of it or God's education about love under those circumstances? Obviously not. Right? So this is something we need to address.